Nestled in the heart of the Himalayas lies Bhutan, the land of the thunder dragon, a kingdom where happiness is a measure of progress, and the air hums with the sound of prayer flags fluttering in the wind. Bhutan is a country that has captured the imaginations of travelers and storytellers for centuries. Its towering mountains, pristine forests, and sparkling rivers paint a picture of untouched beauty. But beyond its natural wonders, it's the Bhutanese people that truly make this country special. Their warmth, hospitality, and deep connection to their culture are infectious, leaving visitors with a sense of peace and tranquility. Join me as I take you on a journey to discover the magic of Bhutan. Bhutan, often called the last Shangri-La, is a country that has fiercely protected its cultural identity. Tucked away in the Eastern Himalayas, it's a place where ancient traditions are woven into daily life. The Bhutanese people are deeply spiritual, their lives guided by the principles of Buddhism. Monasteries, or Dzongs, perch precariously on cliffs, their whitewashed walls and intricately painted details standing as testaments to the Bhutanese people's devotion. These architectural marvels serve as centers of learning, administration, and community gatherings. The country is a beacon of environmental consciousness, boasting a pristine ecosystem and a rich biodiversity that will take your breath away. More than just a travel destination, Bhutan is a journey for the soul. Whether you hike to the iconic Tiger Nest Monastery, meditate in a serene temple, or soak up the vibrant culture in local villages, Bhutan promises an experience that will stay with you long after you've left. Prepare to be enchanted by the land of the Thunder Dragon, a place where happiness is a way of life. The tiny Dochula Plain banked sharply, revealing a breathtaking panorama of snow-capped peaks piercing the clouds. Below, the Paro Valley, a verdant tapestry of rice terraces and shimmering rivers, unfolded like a hidden paradise. Landing in Paro, Bhutan's only international airport, felt like stepping back in time. The air was crisp and clean, carrying the faint scent of pine and incense. Stepping off the plane, I was greeted by my guide, Tashi, his warm smile and traditional go, a knee-length robe, instantly putting me at ease. As we drove through the valley, the scenery unfolded like a scroll painting. Traditional Bhutanese houses, adorned with intricate wood carvings and colorful murals, dotted the landscape, each telling a silent story of Bhutan's rich cultural heritage. The journey to my guest house was a feast for the senses, a kaleidoscope of sights, sounds, and smells that hinted at the adventures to come. My home for the next few days was a charming guest house nestled amidst apple orchards on the outskirts of Paro town. The traditional Bhutanese architecture, with its sloping roofs, wooden beams, and hand-painted murals, was both beautiful and inviting. A steaming cup of suja, a traditional Bhutanese butter tea, awaited my arrival, its salty, buttery flavor a comforting introduction to Bhutanese cuisine. The guest house owner, a kind woman named Pema, greeted me with a heartfelt Kuzuzang Pola, the Bhutanese greeting that translates to "Welcome, may happiness find you." As I settled into my cozy room, adorned with traditional Bhutanese textiles and hand-woven rugs, a sense of peace washed over me. The gentle sound of prayer flags fluttering in the breeze and the distant chanting of monks from a nearby monastery created an atmosphere of tranquility. My first adventure in Bhutan began with a visit to the iconic Paro Zong, a majestic fortress monastery perched strategically on a hilltop overlooking the valley. The walk to the Zong was an experience in itself, winding through pine forests and across a traditional cantilevered bridge adorned with prayer flags. And then, as I emerged from the forest, the Paro Zong revealed itself in all its glory. Its towering whitewashed walls, adorned with intricate murals and capped with golden roofs, seemed to defy gravity. The Zong, a masterpiece of Bhutanese architecture, served as both a religious and administrative center, a symbol of Bhutan's unique blend of spirituality and worldly power. Courtyards echoed with the chanting of monks, their voices weaving a tapestry of sound that was both mesmerizing and deeply moving. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the valley, I found myself drawn to a small tea house perched on a hilltop overlooking Paro town. Sipping on a steaming cup of ngultrum tea, a blend of local herbs and spices, I watched as the sky transformed into a canvas of fiery hues. The air grew cooler, carrying the sweet scent of burning juniper wood from nearby homes. The tranquility of the evening was broken only by the gentle tinkling of bells from a nearby Chorten, a Buddhist stupa. As the stars began to twinkle in the inky sky, I knew that my journey had just begun. Thimphu, where modernity meets tradition. The drive from Paro to Thimphu, Bhutan's capital city, is a journey through the heart of the country. The road carved into the mountainside snakes its way through dense forests of blue pine and rhododendron, offering glimpses of cascading waterfalls and rushing rivers. Along the way, we stopped at Dochula Pass, a mountain pass adorned with 108 Chortens, each a silent prayer for peace and harmony. Arriving in Thimphu, I was struck by the city's unique blend of modernity and tradition. Modern buildings stood alongside traditional Bhutanese houses, their architecture a testament to the country's evolving identity. The streets were bustling with activity, a mix of locals in traditional attire and monks in their maroon robes. Despite the city's growing urban landscape, a sense of peace and tranquility pervaded the air. The National Memorial Chorten, a tapestry of faith. One of the most captivating landmarks in Thimphu is the National Memorial Chorten, a towering white stupa adorned with golden spires and intricate Buddhist iconography. Built in 1974, in memory of the third king of Bhutan, the Chorten is a hub of spiritual activity, a place where locals come to circumambulate the stupa, spin prayer wheels, and offer butter lamps. The air hummed with the rhythmic chanting of monks and the murmur of prayers. The walls of the Chorten were adorned with intricate murals depicting Buddhist deities and scenes from the life of Buddha. Spending time at the National Memorial Chorten was a deeply moving experience, a reminder of the power of faith to bring people together and inspire hope. A culinary journey through Bhutanese flavors. No trip to Bhutan is complete without experiencing the country's unique and flavorful cuisine. One of the highlights of my day in Thimphu was a visit to a local restaurant specializing in traditional Bhutanese dishes. I was eager to try emadachi, Bhutan's national dish, a fiery stew made with chilies, cheese and onions. Another must-try dish was jasha maru, a spicy chicken stew cooked with ginger, garlic and tomatoes. No Bhutanese meal is complete without a generous serving of red rice, a nutty and slightly sweet variety of rice that perfectly complements the spicy flavors of Bhutanese cuisine. As the sun began its descent, casting a warm glow over the Thimphu, I had the opportunity to experience the richness of Bhutanese culture firsthand. We visited a traditional Bhutanese farmhouse where we were greeted with open arms and warm smiles. The family, dressed in their finest attire, welcomed us into their home and shared their customs and traditions with us. The highlight of the evening was a performance of traditional Bhutanese dance and music. The evening was a celebration of Bhutanese culture, a testament to the country's rich heritage and the warmth and hospitality of its people. My final day in Bhutan began with a thrilling adventure, a hike to the legendary Tiger Nest Monastery, or Paro Valley as it's locally known. This iconic monastery, perched precariously on a cliff face 3,000 feet above the Paro Valley, is a sight that inspires awe and wonder. As I set off on the steep, winding trail, the air was thick with anticipation and the scent of pine needles. The path, lined with colourful prayer flags fluttering in the breeze, wound its way through dense forests of blue pine and rhododendron. The higher I climbed, the more breathtaking the views became. Along the way, I stopped at tea houses strategically placed along the trail, catching my breath and sipping on steaming cups of sweet lemon tea. Each step brought me closer to the tiger's nest, and with each step I felt a growing sense of excitement and reverence. After several hours of steady climbing, I finally reached my destination, the Tiger's Nest Monastery. The monastery, a complex of whitewashed buildings adorned with golden roofs, seemed to defy gravity, clinging to the sheer cliff face as if it were a part of the mountain itself. Legend has it that Guru Rinpoche, the patron saint of Bhutan, flew to this spot on the back of a tigress in the 8th century and meditated here for 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, and 3 hours. I spent hours exploring the monastery's temples and courtyards, marveling at the intricate murals, flickering butter lamps, and the serenity that permeated every corner. Looking out from the monastery, perched high above the valley floor, I felt a sense of overwhelming peace and connection to something far greater than myself. After soaking in the spiritual aura of the Tiger's Nest, I made my way down to a clearing with a panoramic view of the monastery. There, my guide Tashi had prepared a special treat, a traditional Bhutanese picnic. We sat on a blanket spread out on the grass, the warm sun on our faces, and enjoyed a feast of imadachi, red rice, momos, those delicious steamed dumplings, and sweet butter tea. The food, prepared with fresh local ingredients, tasted even more delicious in this idyllic setting. As we ate, Tashi shared stories of Bhutanese folklore and legends, his words painting vivid pictures in my mind. We sat in comfortable silence, listening to the gentle breeze rustling through the prayer flags, the only sound disturbing the tranquility of the mountains. Below us, the Paro Valley stretched out like a green and gold tapestry, the sun glinting off the meandering river. It was a moment of pure contentment, a memory I knew I would treasure long after I had left this magical land. The experience was more than just a meal. It was a celebration of the simple joys of life, shared with a newfound friend in one of the most beautiful places on earth. As the sun began its final descent, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple, it was time to bid farewell to Bhutan. Leaving this magical land was bittersweet. Over the past 3 days, I had been enchanted by its stunning landscapes, humbled by its ancient culture, and touched by the warmth and kindness of its people. Bhutan, the land of the Thunder Dragon, had exceeded all my expectations. It was a place that had seeped into my soul, leaving an imprint that I knew would stay with me forever. As my plane took off from Paro, I couldn't help but feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the journey I had just experienced. Bhutan had shown me the true meaning of gross national happiness. It wasn't about material possessions, but about living in harmony with nature, respecting one's culture, and embracing the simple joys of life. I left with a heart full of memories and a promise to return someday. Until then, Bhutan, with its soaring mountains, vibrant culture, and gentle people, would hold a special place in my heart. Back home, the memories of Bhutan remain vivid, like postcards from a dream. The vibrant prayer flags fluttering in the wind, carrying prayers for happiness and good fortune. The echoing chants of monks in ancient monasteries, their voices weaving a tapestry of peace and tranquility. The scent of incense and juniper wood lingering in the air, a sensory reminder of a land steeped in spirituality. The taste of suja, the salty butter tea, a comforting warmth that lingers on the palate. And most importantly, the Bhutanese people, their faces etched with kindness and contentment, a testament to a nation that measures its progress in happiness. Bhutan, the land of the Thunder Dragon, is a place that defies easy description. It's a country that has to be experienced to be understood, a journey that stays with you long after you've left its mystical shores. It's a place where ancient wisdom whispers on the wind, where nature's grandeur humbles the soul, and where the pursuit of happiness is a way of life. Bhutan is a land of contrasts, where snow-capped Himalayan peaks soar above lush valleys, where ancient monasteries cling to sheer cliff faces, and where traditional ways of life coexist with modern aspirations. It's a country that has fiercely protected its cultural identity, a place where spirituality permeates every aspect of daily life. From the moment you step foot on Bhutanese soil, you're greeted with a sense of peace that washes over you like a balm. The air is clean and crisp, the pace of life unhurried, and the people genuinely warm and welcoming. Whether you're hiking to the iconic Tiger Nest Monastery, meditating in a serene temple, or simply soaking up the vibrant culture in local villages, Bhutan offers a journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. It's a place to reconnect with nature, to find solace in simplicity, and to rediscover the true meaning of happiness. Bhutan is more than just a travel destination, it's a transformative experience. It's a place that challenges your perceptions, broadens your horizons, and leaves you with a renewed appreciation for the simple things in life. If you're seeking an escape from the ordinary, a journey that will nourish your soul and ignite your spirit, then heed the call of the Himalayas. Let Bhutan, the last Shangri-La, weave its magic around you. Discover the power of gross national happiness. Embrace the warmth of the Bhutanese people and create memories that will last a lifetime. Your adventure awaits in the heart of the Himalayas. Tashi Delek.